everyone, welcome to Story Time. I'm Miss Teresa, and tonight we're going to read some stories getting ready for bed. So let's get nice and comfy and snuggle up with a blanket and a pillow and read some stories. Our first story is rather silly, and it's called Good Night Pillow Fight. Let's see what happens. Good Night Pillow Fight by Sally Cook. Good night. We look at all of the kids getting ready for bed. I see someone who needs to brush their teeth and someone who's feeding their goldfish. And I see someone who looks like maybe they're getting a dance show from Dad. Let's see what else happens. Good night. Pillow fight! Uh-oh, but look, it's just not the kids. The grown-ups are having a pillow fight too. How silly. Oh, kiss my cheek. Looks like everyone's slowly getting tucked in, or trying to get tucked into bed. Hide and seek. Uh-oh. What have those kids done? I don't think they're in bed anymore. Let's see. Where are these kids hiding? I see someone behind a pillow, and I see someone behind a plant. And I think I see some kids hiding in the couch. Lights out now. Uh-oh. Let's take a look at these grown-ups. They do not look happy. They want those kids in bed. Pow, pow, pow! These kids, they don't want to go to bed. I'm warning you. Uh-oh, who do you think said that? I think you're right. I think it was the parents. One little guy going, peekaboo. No more juice. Oh, looks like that cup is going to stay empty. What about this other guy? Mother Goose? Do you think anyone will read him a story? I think you're right. I think he'll get his story. Jack Sprat? Ugh, not that. The Three Bears? Who cares? This one? No fun. Uh-oh. Looks like the kids are being very picky about their stories tonight. Go to bed. Oh, I think the grown-ups are ready for these kids to be in bed. But look, you haven't read. You have the little hand poking out from the corner of our story page saying you haven't read a story yet. Oh, here we go. Let's peek in on everyone. Like almost everyone's in bed, but they still can't sleep. So let's count sheep. I can't sleep. Give it a try. Oh, why should I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Are there lots more? 5, 6, 7, 8. Isn't it getting kind of late? I think we might be just about asleep. So many sheep. Look at these kids. We have someone who has an airplane. Look at that giant elephant and the giant snake. But who's sleepy? Is it the kids or is it the grown-ups? I think it's the grown-ups too, but I think the kids are slowly getting worn out. the light. Good night. All of the rooms are dark. All of the lights have been shut off. And everyone's asleep. Uh-oh. Or are they? Off in the distance we hear pillow fight. Uh-oh, what do you think? Are these kids going to get up and have a pillow fight? Let's see. The end. What a silly story. Those kids just didn't want to go to bed. But I think the parents finally got them all tucked in. I don't think we're going to have another pillow fight. Why don't we read another story? And this story is about a little girl with a big imagination. And it's called On My Way to Bed. On My Way to Bed by Sarah Mays. Look at that little froggy. He looks very cute. And look at Froggy and little girl. I have a feeling we're in for another silly story. Bedtime! I'm not ready to go to bed. Bed is for tired people. I am not a tired person. I still have energy. And look at all of that energy. Is she balancing so many things? And if we look, I see Froggy. Come on, Livy, let's go. On my way to bed, I walk in a super straight line. I do not fall over at all. I am in the circus, teetering on the high wire. The crowd holds its breath as I perform daring feats. Watch me do a handstand. There's Livy pretending she's on the high wire. And look at who's on that umbrella. Froggy. Don't forget to brush your teeth. On my way to bed, I brush my teeth. I help my brother brush his tooth too. I am a zoo dentist. I need to check the baby hippo for cavities. Open wide. Uh-oh, we might need to operate. I think Livy has quite the imagination. And look at who's helping Livy with the toothbrush. It's Froggy. You have school tomorrow, Livy. On my way to bed, I pass a towel on the floor. It is a cape, and I am a great magician. Abracadabra. I will make the piggies float. Float, float. Look at those guinea pigs. They're floating. You can play with the guinea pigs tomorrow. On my way to bed, I see my sister working on her science project. I will help her. I am a rocket scientist, and I have been to the moon before. Frogolini is my co-pilot. We finally learned the froggy's name, Frogolini. And let's see, can you spot him? There he is, he's floating in space, but he's attached to the rocket ship. I need you in bed now. On my way to bed, I step over the pillows on my floor. I will build a fort way up high in the mountains. I will live there with Frogolini and a pet mountain goat named Marge. Look at Marge. Chop, chew, chomp. Marge is eating the pillows. I see you, Livy. It's bedtime. On my way to bed, I swim across the ocean floor. I am an octopus, a big purple octopus. I use my suction cups to grab fish and food and people swimming by. Gotcha! Look at Frogolini. He has a scuba mask on. In bed now. Who did Livy catch? Yep, Mom. Watch out, Mom. Don't step on Frogolini. Get in. I get in bed. But I am not ready to sleep. I need a story. Hey, I'm a teacher. I will read you a nice long story. No, wait. 3 long stories. A short one, Livy. It's late. I need water. I am so thirsty. It's a desert in here. Look at poor Livy. She looks very thirsty. Here is a glass of water and a kiss. Wait! I need the door open wide. Wider. Wider. I don't want to miss anything. Of course, Livy. Good night. I squirm. I snuggle. I sleep. And look at Frogolini. What does Frogolini have on? Yeah, a sleeping mask. Frogolini has his eyes covered, so it's nice and dark and he can get some sleep. Good morning, Livy. Time to get up. Livy? Livy? I am a bear. Uh-oh. Little Livy, who didn't want to go to sleep last night, doesn't want to get up this morning. But getting up is for another day and another story. The end. How silly was Livy? She's probably one of my favorite storybook characters because she has such a great imagination and does all sorts of amazing things. We have one more story for you tonight. So let's get nice and cuddly cozy, squirm around a little and fluff the pillows. And why don't we read, well, it's one of Miss Teresa's favorite storybook characters of all times. She used to read these stories when she was little, and I hope you will like Little Critter as much as me. And this time, Little Critter has to go to bed. So let's read Just Go to Bed. Just Go to Bed by Mercer Mayer. I'm a cowboy. I round up cows. I can lasso anything. Look at Little Critter. He is quite a handsome cowboy. Dad says, it's time for the cowboy to come inside and get ready for bed. Ooh, look at Little Critter. Does he look happy? Not at all. I am a general, and I have to stop the enemy army with my tank. Dad says, it's time for the general to take a bath. I don't think Little Critter's going to be happy about that either, but let's find out. I'm a space cadet, and I zoom to the moon. I capture a robot with my ray gun. Dad says, this giant robot has captured the space cadet and is going to put him in the bathtub right now. And look at Dad. What is he wearing on his head? Yeah, he has a pot on his head. He's trying to play with Little Critter and convince him to take that bath. I am a sea monster attacking a ship. Dad says, it's time for the sea monster to have a snack. There's Little Critter, nice and warm in his robe. Let's see about that snack. I'm a zookeeper feeding my hungry animals. There's a little critter with all of his animals. Looks like, they're eating cookies, apples, and peanut butter and bread. Uh-oh. Dad says, feeding time is over. Here are the zookeeper's pajamas. I'm Super Critter, flying over the city. I'm a train engineer being chased by bandits. Does little critter want to go to bed? You got it. No way. But here comes Dad. Dad says, the bandit chief has caught you, so put on your pajamas. But I'm a race car driver, and I just speed away. Dad says, the race is over. Now put on these pajamas and go to bed. Uh-oh. I don't think Dad's playing around anymore. It looks like little critter might be giving up. Let's see. I am a bunny hopping around my garden. Dad says, just go to bed. Uh-oh. Who's peeking in through the door? Yeah, it's Mommy. Maybe Mommy will have that magic touch to get little critter into bed. But I'm a bunny, and bunnies don't sleep in a bed. Mom says, shh. Dad says, go to sleep. And there's little critter. If we look at him, I think those eyelids are starting to droop and get heavy. Well, maybe a tired bunny could sleep in a bed. Oh, just this once. The end. Thank you so much for joining me for Bedtime Story Hour. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.